to the young people who led us this summer, telling us we need to be better, in so many ways, you are this country's dreams fulfilled.
In Chicago, protesters fought systemic racism by running through a Nike store stealing shoes.
Earlier generations had to be persuaded that everyone has equal worth. For you, it's a given.
Why can't folks imagine a world without the cops? Why can't folks imagine a world without prisons? Why can't people expand their imaginations to include community care, to include an abolitionist future? And I'm talking about like for real abolition, not just watered down DNC version of abolition. We're talking about abolishing the police. We're talking about abolishing ICE. We're talking about abolishing prisons.
And what I want you to know is that for all its messiness and frustrations, your system of self-government can be harnessed to help you realize those convictions.
Charmaine Turner mourning the loss of her 8-year-old daughter, Sequoia. The vibrant young girl struck by gunfire just before 10 p.m. July 4th as the mother, daughter, and friend reportedly tried parking at this liquor store. Police say they were met by a group of armed civilians guarding a recently erected blockade. At least 2 men then riddling the family's car with bullets, hitting and killing Sequoia.
You can give our democracy new meaning.
Ravi, another weekend and another heartbreaking scene in the city of Chicago. This deadly shooting happened during a family gathering. Police tell us that 7-year-old girl was visiting her grandmother's home at Latrobe in Washington. Police say she was outside playing when a white vehicle pulled up and 3 people got out and started firing shots. It happened around 7 tonight. She was shot in the head. A 32-year-old man was shot in the ankle.
You can take it to a better place.
In Dallas, a man armed with what appeared to be a sword did his best to defend a business from looters. The mob bashed him in the head with a rock and a skateboard.
You're the missing ingredient.
So it looks like what they're about to start doing is starting to, again, try to light this building on fire. You can see they're trying to push down the barrier. A bunch of them are just laying in on the barriers. Tons of people out there. Feds just gave some warnings. I saw some tear gas being fired as well. And where's CNN? Where's Fox News is going to cover this. Where's CNN? Where's MSNBC? Where's CBS? Where's all the mainstream media?
The ones who will decide whether or not America becomes the country that fully lives up to its creed.
That video that you guys see, that individual was actually defending the trans woman. And then their anger from the Black Lives Matter activists then turned on him.
Back up, bro. Sit down. Sit the down. Sit the down. Hey, bro, you're not leaving, bro. You're not going nowhere. Put your down. Get your down. Hey, chill. You talking about
So how extreme are people getting? Well, 5 years ago, just as a reference point, President Obama condemned rioting. We're going to compare that with his statement today. President Obama has long been, no one wants to say it, but it's true, America's chief racial arsonist. Watch what he does. Al Sharpton, one of his chief domestic policy advisors. But even Obama understood that looting was indefensible. And by the way, nobody likes it, of any color. The idea that huge groups of Americans like looting and torching Wendy's is false. 2015, during the Baltimore riots after the death of Freddie Gray, President Obama said this.
There's no excuse for the kind of violence that we saw yesterday. They're not protesting. They're not making a statement. They're stealing. When they burn down a building, they're committing arson. So you've got some of the same organizers now going back into these communities to try to clean up in the aftermath of a handful of protesters, a handful of criminals and thugs who tore up the place.
So that was only 5 years ago, but it feels like a different century. Today, Obama issued a statement on what's happening in Minneapolis. In it, he accused this country's hospitals and courts of being racist and discriminatory. He never mentioned the riots at all. It's like they didn't happen. Apparently doesn't care about the black neighborhoods being torched. It's not like he's ever lived in one.